Titanfall 2 is one of the most iconic games ever made, with amazing gameplay mechanics, beautiful graphics, and is overall a great game. However, the game is not perfect, and there are several core issues and things that you must know before you buy it. But Titanfall 2 is a first-person shooter set in a futuristic world where you must control combat mechs known as Titans. The game takes place on various battlefields and planets, and the game world is dynamic and visually stunning, with great diversity of environments, ranging anywhere from beautiful forests to industrial complexes. The game is also known for its great movement system, which allows you to wall run, double jump, and even use grappling hooks to navigate the terrain quickly. It is this combination of unique movement, combined with the ability to control your own Titan, that makes the game a true standout. Now, in terms of the main gameplay, it is all about fast-paced first-person shooter action, but also the big use of strategy. The game highly caters to anyone who enjoys intense action-packed gameplay, but also with a mix of on-foot combat and the use of your own Titan. Now, when you first start playing the game, you would want to focus on the basic mechanics, learn the core controls and the movement abilities. But as you progress, you will even unlock more advanced tools and abilities. For example, you might begin with a very simple assault rifle and basic wall running skills. Over time, you'll unlock specialized weapons. This could be a sniper rifle or even energy weapons, but you'll also unlock enhanced movement options like the grappling hook. One of the most important gameplay mechanics is your interplay between pilot but also the Titan. So when you control your pilot, you are fast and agile and able to navigate the environment really quickly. While you play as a Titan, you'll be a lot slower but more powerful, capable of dealing massive damage but also taking way larger hits. This duality creates a quite balanced but also varied gameplay. For instance, as the pilot, you might dart around the entire map, taking out the enemy pilots or even AI soldiers. Then you could switch to a Titan for more direct assault on fortified enemy positions. Additionally, the game's multiplayer mode really enhances the overall replayability with a ton of game modes and customization options. This could be the attrition mode, where a team competes in earning points by eliminating enemies and completing certain objectives. Then you have the bounty hunt, where you earn cash by defeating enemies and then depositing the money at certain points. The customization options is both for your pilot but also your Titan, where you can tailor their loadout but also the preferred playstyle, adding a ton of depth to the gameplay. And that brings me to my next point, the progression. So as you already mentioned, when you first start out, you want to focus on the basics. This could be equipment and very limited selection of Titans. But as you complete missions or achieve goals in multiplayer mode, you'll earn experience points, which will unlock new content. So when you first start, you might have a basic Titan like an Atlas, but as you progress, you'll unlock way more advanced weapons. This could be a shotgun or even energy grenade launcher. You'll also unlock more different Titans, and each of them have very unique weapons and abilities. So as you can see, this progression system allows you to develop your skills and experiment with many different strategies. Now, the storyline is also a massive part of the game, and it's honestly really good. It is filled with thrilling, fast-paced action and quite memorable moments that drive the narrative forward. The game maps in both single player and multiplayer are also large and varied. Now, they're not open world per se, but they offer so many different environments where exploration is also a massive part. You could find hidden paths and vantage points that can really give you a tactical advantage in both single player and multiplayer mode. Let's dive deeper into some of the most unique and interesting features of the game. The first one has to be the integration of pilot and Titan gameplay. This duality is so different from most other games, where you can play as the pilot and the Titan. Whereas as a pilot, you have incredibly agility, capable of wall running, double jumping, and using a grappling hook. When you then call down your Titan, the gameplay shifts dramatically. The Titans are massive combat mechs equipped with powerful weapons and abilities, providing a completely different combat experience. This mechanic really affects the gameplay by adding layers of strategy and variety. For example, as a pilot, you might be tasked with capturing a point where using your speed and agility is a must. When your Titan is then ready to be called down, you can provide heavy support and can turn the tide of a battle in an instant. And as you can probably imagine, it adds a ton of replayability, as you must master both the nimble pilot control but also the more powerful but slower Titan combat. Now, you might think to yourself, with all these gameplay mechanics, that the game might be very difficult, but it's actually not too bad. The game has a pretty good balance between being accessible to new players, but also while remaining challenging for the more experienced ones. So when you first start out, there'll be a great tutorial that'll help you understand the basic mechanics. This could be the movement, the shooting, and using a Titan. However, the game won't hold your hand through the entire game, and you have to learn a lot through trial and error. For example, a lot of new players find the wall running really tricky at first, but get a lot better with practice and experimentation. Even the most experienced players can sometimes struggle. You might be cruising and running throughout the entire map as a pilot, but if you suddenly get trapped by an enemy in a Titan, you can be quickly taken out. So I would therefore say that the game caters to both the casual and hardcore player alike. So the casual player can enjoy the fluid movement and dynamic combat without the need to master every mechanic, while the more hardcore gamer can delve deep into the strategies and nuances of both pilot and Titan gameplay. Furthermore, the progression system is also great, where you unlock content and equipment along the way, providing a ton of ongoing goals. Now, as you can can probably tell by this video, this game is absolutely beautiful. And that brings me to our next point. The graphics, the sound and atmosphere. And the graphics are stunning. It really brings the futuristic world to life. This could be seen with a detailed environment, anywhere from a beautiful forest to industrial complexes. They're all visually impressive and really enhance the gameplay experience. Then you add the smooth animation and realistic effects, like the explosions and Titan movement, adding to the game's overall dynamic feel. The sound and music design are equally top-notch. The sound effects, like the gunfire, the Titan footsteps, and the environmental noises, are highly realistic and immersive. Then you add the soundtrack, which is quite epic and will match the intense action and really helps build excitement during battle. So together, the graphics, the sound and atmosphere create a deeply immersive experience. Whether you're sprinting across a wall as a pilot or storming through the battlefield in a Titan, the atmosphere makes you feel like you're truly part of a futuristic war. Now with that being said, the game is not perfect and there are several pros and cons that we must cover. The first pro is the great multiplayer modes. There is so much variety in game modes and customization that really enhances the overall multiplayer experience and really keeps you engaged for a long time. Then you add the pilot and Titan gameplay, having the ability to switch between agile pilot and a powerful Titan that basically doubles the variety of gameplay and replayability. And the final pro has to be the immersive atmosphere, and this is done by the stunning graphics and amazing sound design. The environments are highly detailed and realistic, where every battlefield are visually impressive and immersive. Then you add the amazing sound effects and music on top of it, making the game's atmosphere a treat. And now for the cons. The first one has to be the learning curve. When you first start out, you will find the initial mechanics quite hard, as it requires a lot of time and practice to master all the mechanics. And especially if you're a more casual player, this might take a while. And the other con is the PC requirements. So while we mentioned the stunning graphics in the pro section, this also means that the system requirements are high. It will require a powerful PC in order to run smoothly, and I therefore highly recommend you check out the system requirements before you buy it. But with all that being said, let's grade the game. And Titanfall 2 gets an amazing 9 out of 10, and for many reasons. First is a very innovative gameplay mechanics, the stunning graphics, and a truly immersive experience. The combination of pilot and Titan gameplay is truly unique and offers a really fresh take on first-person shooters. Then you add the fluid movement system, the wall running and double jumping, which are very dynamic elements to the gameplay. Furthermore, the graphics are highly detailed, and the sound design perfectly complements the intense action, creating a truly immersive experience. However, the game is not perfect and there are drawbacks. First is a quite steep learning curve, which will be quite daunting for more casual or new players. Then you add the fairly high system requirements, which can be quite demanding on your PC. However, if you can appreciate really innovative mechanics, fast-paced action, and stunning graphics, then Titanfall 2 is simply a must-buy game for you and is absolutely worth your time and money.
When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force or an equal.
For more amazing games, click here.